Definitely was just inspired by some friends from around the area that we used to hang out with all the time. You know what I mean? We all were collectively rapping together at one point, in a group. And then we just decided that, I was gonna be the one to just, push things forward and keep shit going. So yeah, that's one of my first inspirations, just having my friends all like kind of deciding that we want to kind of get into it at a young age. And then once I moved to Vaughan, because I used to live in Brampton. Once I moved to Vaughan, I was really much off by myself because I had no real friends there at the time when I had just moved there. So I kind of fell into more music, just being like by myself more. But I would still come back to Brampton on the weekends to record and things like that and work on more music. So the inspiration was really just off of aside from just like having music inspirations, it's just more of my friends just all being ambitious and wanting to chase this dream. Like, pretty much. Like that's just what it comes down to. Like we all wanted to do this when we were younger. It's just like saying like when you're kids with your friends and you're playing basketball and you're all saying, yeah, like we're gonna be in the NBA one day. We were all really like, yeah, like we're gonna do this music shit and make it one day.
Facts,
You
facts.
know?
Speaking about inspiration, so who are some artists that you kind of look up to, or who you kind of map your style with? Like, what are some artists that you're like, okay, this is who I want to be, or this is what I want to be, like, you know?
Uh, in today's hip hop, there's so much inspiration that I pull from, just based by seeing how people move. Sometimes it's not even about the music. Sometimes it's your business sense. Sometimes it's how you conduct yourself when you walk in a room. Sometimes it's how you conduct yourself when you're on the app. If you're representing yourself the right way and you're being the role model that you're supposed to for artists like me, I'll definitely take heed of it. So a few artists that I could say I take influence from, business sense, Russ. You know what I mean? He knows the independent model in and out, like the back of his hand, and he definitely strives to keep teaching people like the game, which is what I respect. When it comes to like being a marketing genius, Soldier Boy. You know what I mean? He definitely knows his way around doing everything first and showing niggas, yeah, like this is how you go viral. You see what I'm saying? So I take a page out of his book. See what I'm saying? Gucci Mane for the personality and the swag. See what I'm saying? And the charisma. You gotta know, okay, yeah, like what are people gonna like about me? See what I'm saying? And then when it comes to rappers, it's a long list. I'll start off with Migos. You know what I mean? That's like one of my favorite rap groups that I grew up listening to as a teenager, that I definitely took influences from to even like structure my flow. And when it comes to like rapping in multiples and shit like that, rapping on the insides and outsides, I took a lot of that stuff, just hearing what Migos was doing, and realized that yeah, like I want to start rapping like this, and I used to rap where I would have pauses and not fill in those little extra bars. So I started just going the extra mile, just putting in the extra work to really have a down pack body of skill set when it comes to being able to rap, versatility, shit like that. But when it comes down to like who I want to be like, Drake. See what I'm saying? I want to sing and rap and be on the radio and have all the #1 hits. You know what I mean? And be able to rap for my city and go anywhere and people know that, yeah, I'm that nigga too. That's definitely making his way to the top, you know? And that's where it starts. You got to put in the work and make your way to that point where you can finally say, yeah. And last but not least, Tory Lanez, because he makes it possible to know that we could do this too, just coming from the same city, B-Town.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know?
You know, some of the artists you mentioned, you've actually worked with them. I know you have a track with Gucci Mane.
Yeah, shout out to Gucci.
For sure. I know you have a strong relationship with Soulja Boy. So let's start off from...
Yeah, shout out Draco. You know what I mean?
For sure, shout out Draco. Let's start off with your relationship with Soulja Boy. How did that come about, and what is that all about?
Yeah, so me and Soulja Boy, we met a few weeks ago on this app, this new social media app called Riff. It's pretty much like Clubhouse on steroids. So imagine like Clubhouse with audio chat, with video chat, and then live streaming. So you can add music into the room, and then artists get a chance to like collect streams off their music, and you can play your own music in the room, right? So me just knowing that this is like the best time to be ahead of the curve, I start downloading apps all the time just for no reason, just to see what they do and if they can be beneficial to my career. and building these relationships. So I started getting on it, and then pretty much Soulja Boy was promoting it because he's an ambassador. So I had seen him promoting it on Instagram, and I decided to just kind of check it out type thing. I realized it was a pretty dope app, but like it's in the very early stages. Nobody was really on it yet, right? So a week or so goes by, and I get a notification. I'm in the bathroom just chilling, like, I'm taking a shit. You know what I mean? Notification goes off that Soulja Boy just went live in the room. So, I just, try to seize the opportunity and get a chance to play my stuff for him and see what he thinks. So I got up on camera. I was in the room. And, when I was starting to play my music, I got a chance to play some stuff for him. I played about 2 songs, I believe, 2 or 3 songs. So this is the first initial time that I met Soulja Boy on the app. So he gave me some good feedback. He pretty much just told me, like, stay focused, keep going. And, that was like one of the first times I got a good cosign and my first time getting a chance to talk to him. And after we had spoke on camera with each other, he had like pretty much posed and said, yeah, like, let's take a picture. So we pretty much took a digital picture together. So like that was our first initial time pretty much just tapping in with each other and networking. So fast forward to a couple weeks later, I just, shaking and moving, still using the app, building my network, building my fan base on there, making a little money too, right? So I just knew that maybe he might come back on again, so at some point, and then I'll just do the same thing and stay consistent and really try to just build, because sometimes it's about showing these people that you're just human too. You're not just like hounding them down for them to just listen to your demo. Right. You know what I mean? So the second time around, he went live again, just a couple weeks later. And at this point, he's like just chilling in the room, smoking a blunt, you know what I mean? And we all just start kicking it. So we all pretty much went up on stage and got invited up. So now we're on the stage with him, just kicking it like we're his friend, because we all have pretty much tapped in with him at this point. We're all just chilling out, and then everyone starts playing their music for him. So I just let everybody else kind of like let them get their chance to play their music for him, which I should as an artist, just, let everybody get their chance to do, networking. And then the second time I played more music for him. So I played another couple demos for him. He was fucking with it, giving me some good feedback. He could definitely hear my accent and tell that I'm from like Caribbean descent and shit like that, right? So he could definitely sense the commercial marketing approach to it. Like, yeah, like he could probably work with me and get a chance to do something different for a change. And all I can really say is that I'm on the radar, definitely on the radar. He definitely sees what I got going on. And from that point, he had that same live chat that we were in. He had handpicked 3 artists to sign plus me. So he had announced right on live that I'm gonna sign this person, that person, and this person. And when he had said that, everybody was in the room, and so was I. So like I pretty much unmuted my mic and I said, yeah, like you can't forget about me, Soulja Boy. You can't forget about me, brother. Right. And then he pretty much goes as far as to like kind of like section me off and say, yeah, like, oh yeah, GREEZY, like we can't forget about you, GREEZY. See what I'm saying? Like you international SODMG. See what I'm saying? Like you different. You got a whole different sound. Like, and then so pretty much he was pretty much seeing the vision that I've had pretty much the whole time. Like, yeah, like it'd be dope to branch out the label down here and expand. And he pretty much co-signed that idea right then and there. So yeah, like I'm willing to expand, we're gonna work on something like that and let these niggas know that, we're taking over. So it was definitely a good look for my career. Definitely got some good exposure off of that. And we'll see where it goes. If the label should expand, then definitely it's gonna start with me. So right now, all I can really say is I'm doing the work. I'm letting niggas know exactly how international GREEZY DECKZ is about to become, so that they can see the product live in the flesh.
We see it.
You know what I mean?
Facts. So we know that you have a relationship with Soulja Boy. You guys are talking and whatnot, working together. Potentially.
It's in the works, God is good. So I'm just planning this year to manifest all my ambitions and goals into reality, and hopefully things, you know, can work in my favor.